What is up, everybody? Welcome to another live Pin the Gas podcast on this beautiful Saturday morning. My time. It's getting mid-afternoon. Your time, Floris?
Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
5 p.m. in the afternoon. It's
5 p.m.
11:04 a.m. It's freaking chilly here. I think the high here is only like 32 degrees a day, so it's a bit nippy outside. But I like the cold because I do ice baths, right? So it don't really bother me. But what's funny is sometimes it does. Like the cold bothers the shit out of me, and other times like it don't. I don't know. Anyway, listen, it's always an honor to sit down with the legend and my friend, dude, Floris Schipper, bro. What is up, my friend?
Oh,
Are you there? Uh-oh. I think we lost him there for a minute. Are you there, Flores?
is it my internet? Wait,
Yeah,
give me 1 sec. I'm gonna fix.
yeah, it's all good, dude. You're good. While you fix your internet, listen, guys, you know the routine. This episode is sponsored by Next Level Financial. Take control of your financial future. Get your complimentary financial analysis today by Seth Starnes. And you guys know the deal. Christmas is literally right around the corner. So Merry Christmas, everyone. And if you have not yet, you guys need to go to bisontrack.com. Get your full custom suit started. Believe me, you deserve it. Do you love you? Get you a full custom suit. Don't buy an off the rack suit. Don't even wear your off the rack suit. If you have one, sell that shit on Facebook Marketplace. Give it to your mate, whatever it is. Get you a full custom suit. Trust me, it'll make everything so much better, and you'll actually ride faster because you'll be more comfortable and move freely. And listen, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. But Floris, bro, mate, it's always an honor to sit down. This is our, I want to say, third podcast together already this year. I love it.
Yeah, third time.
Freaking love it, man. It's absolutely always an honor to have you on. And so, first thing I want to say is, dude, are you ready for Santa Claus to come?
It's a bit weird over here, We don't really celebrate Christmas that much. We don't got Santa over here. We got a different person. We've
Okay.
got Saint Nicholas,
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
and we already had that. That's like I don't even know when that was, like 2 weeks ago or something.
Okay. Well, Merry
So it's
Christmas
it's
anyway,
like
right?
Merry Christmas. Well, I mean, it's like the same as Santa, but with a different name and a bit earlier in December.
Yeah. It's all good, man. It's to me, it's all about spending time with family and love and all that good stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
I like Christmas. I spend all my money on Rossi, so that's the part I don't really like Christmas, right? Dude, listen, Rossi's had the best Christmas ever, bro. He got a brand new dirt bike. I just bought him a brand new pair of Air Jordan 3s. Dude, I spent $150 on my 12-year-old shoes, dude. It's freaking insane, right? Got a new puppy yesterday that I surprised him with. Got a brand new Oculus 3S for his birthday in November. Like, yeah, dude, spoiled guy, right? But he's our only one, so yeah. And listen, dude, we already got another legend, dude. What is up, mate? Jake Marsh, the main man, Flores,
What's
dude.
up?
Bro, it's always an honor to see you, Jake. You I love you, mate. Straight up. And Flores too as well. And RD Race, Keo, dude, all of them, all my friends. It's an absolute honor. So Flores, man, last time I had you on, 2024 season was still kicking and rocking.
Yeah,
Now the season's over with, right? So let's talk about your whole season. How did you feel it went, bro?
it had its ups and downs. I mean, we started the year in Spain um, with an injury, which I didn't know about, um, and that had pretty much fucked up my whole season, I would say. Um, we improved probably after the last podcast, the last 3 rounds. We made some good steps, and yeah, we were really happy with it. Um, yeah, well, we went into the first round at Oldham Park with a 10-second gap in lap times on number one, and we ended with 2 seconds on number one now. So we made a big step throughout the season, and we were really happy with it. Um, so yeah, I mean, it was good, fun. Enjoyed the year, the second year in BSB. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Uh, Listen, I obviously everybody knows PSP is my favorite race organization. And of course, I watched every freaking round, every freaking race, right? And it was, and I tell people, dude, I love Moto America and World Superbike and all that, but dude, there's every race in PSP is just edge of the seat. Oh shit, let's freaking go, right?
Yeah.
It's the greatest show on earth to me, you know. So I watched your progression, and dude, you come a long way, right? You advanced.
Yeah.
I was so happy for you. I know the results wasn't what you wanted, right?
No,
But that's
not
part of
really.
the sport, and that's part of
I
racing,
mean,
right?
we achieved our goal, and that was to get points in the British Championship. Um, and I don't know. I think I got like 6 or 7 points in the end. So yeah, we were happy with that. But I think if I wasn't injured, um, for pretty much all season, I think I could have been more upfront because I would have made the steps that I made at the end of the year instead of at the start of the year. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but you know, the shit happens and we couldn't really fix anything about it. So we just kept going, tried to enjoy it, and that was it all about.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's part of the sport, man. And the main thing is, though, Floris, is you progressed and you got faster and
Yeah,
faster every time you went out, right? It's not like you went out there and kind of hit a wall and actually went backwards on some every time. It was faster and faster and more comfortable with the team, you know. And a lot of people don't
yeah,
realize it's also your team environment, which also helps you do better too, as well, right? And there's a lot of pressure, man. I couldn't imagine the pressure you had on you this year, man. It's
yeah.
right. And then, dude, just I'd be sick to my stomach. I'd probably have stomach ulcers just worrying about it, you know. How did you handle the pressure personally?
Um, well, I don't really know. To be fair, we went into the weekend with not a lot of expectations to keep my self belief with me. Um, you know, we just try to work with my teammates and see where I can improve on, comparing the sectors and all, the little things that we can look at and we are allowed to look at. That's what we used at the end of the season, and I improved a lot in that. It's a bit of a shame we can't use really any data on our bikes. I think that would have helped a lot, but we did it with what we had. Um, but I had a good team around me, and my team manager, especially, he helped me a lot mentally too. Um, so yeah, that I think that's what made me go forward. Just didn't really expect much anymore, and just try to enjoy the time on the bike that I could have, and that's how I just went forward.
Oh yeah, to have fun. That's the whole reason why we do it
Yeah,
is to have fun, right? If we're not having fun, what's the point even don't leg around the bike?
yeah,
Because
exactly.
you know, if you're not having fun, you're not mentally strong in the game. You know, you need to be having that fun. And I feel like when you show up and man, forget the results. Let's just have fun with it, man. You do so much better, right? Because
Yeah,
you take all the pressure off yourself. And when you take all the pressure off yourself, you have a lot of fun again. Not saying you don't throughout the season, but it's a high pressure situation, right? Us fans from around the world, we turn on the TV or we go to BritishSuperbike.com where we can watch the races for free. You guys are welcome again. You hear me say it all the time. And we don't see none of that behind the scenes and the build up and the anxiety it takes to and then progressing through the weekend, you know. We just show up and turn on the TV and go, let's freaking go, people. Woo, you know. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, man, it's proud of you, bro. I really am.
I
I'm
appreciate it.
absolutely proud of you. You freaking I know it's not again the results, but what you did and what you achieved, it's absolutely amazing, man. Can't wait to see you progress even further in the
Yeah,
years coming up, right? Because you are a champion and you're an absolute legend, right? Anybody that dedicates himself to the sport and gets out there and puts their all in is an absolute legend, and you deserve it all. So, um,
thank you, man.
congratulations, bro, for real for 2024. So rate your 2024 season. Before you rate yourself, I'm gonna rate you. So obviously at the beginning of the season, you know, it's you're new, you already know the tracks, but seeing your progression, dude, I give you 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I will give myself a 7 probably. Because I did make myself proud at the end of the season with the subs I made. So, it wasn't a bad season. It wasn't a good season. But we're happy with where we ended.
Oh, for sure. It's again, it's and you take that motivation and you take it to the next season, right? And you progress
Yeah.
even further and even more. So, yeah, man. And unfortunately, our sport's just so freaking expensive, man.
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
Yeah, dude. It's hard, man. It's difficult on families and everything, right? Because they're behind you 110%, and they want to see you succeed and your dreams come true too as well, right? So, yeah, man. So let's talk about 2025, Floris. What's going on in 2025?
Well, I really got no clue to be fair. We're trying to go back into the super teams again and then, you know, make more progression again and then hopefully be more fun than this year. But, as you just said, the sport is really expensive and, we've been struggling a bit financially and we can't really get that much sponsors over here anymore. So we're trying our best to get back on a bike next year. Maybe it's a year where I don't race and just train on a bike for a whole season and then come back next year or the year after again. But of course, then the main goal is to be on the grid and fight again.
Oh, 110%. And what bike are you going to be using to train on?
Well, I don't know yet. I mean, if I don't race in BSB, then I'll probably go maybe to a 600. Just like an old little bike to have some fun on, get some more experience on a faster bike, and then I don't know. Hopefully, go back on the grid on the 600 maybe, or on the sport bike. It's one of the two.
And you will do it. 110% you'll do it, right? And
Yeah,
the club racing scene out there is huge, just like it is in America.
yeah,
In club racing, it's. I mean, let's just be honest. It's still expensive, but it's nowhere near as expensive as BSB level. But you learn, and so what's the closest track to you, Floris?
Back home here, it is
Yeah.
TT also.
Okay, dude.
To well, I mean, a proper track. Well, we've got Zandvoort, the F1 track. That's like 20 minutes away from here. Well, it's not really a proper track to ride on with a bike. It's good for cars, but not good for bikes.
Have you been to F1 race?
Well, I actually worked there this year.
Did
I
you
had like,
really?
yeah, I had a 3 day job there. With one of my best mates, so we had some fun, get a little bit of money, tried to sneak out to watch some the Porsche Cup or the F1 and stuff. But yeah, no, that was no. I haven't been to a proper F1 race. Um, yeah, I would want to go, but not over here.
Yeah, yeah. I've never been to one. I want to go, but here in America, bro, it's we got Miami and Texas. Do we race anywhere F1? No, that's it.
No,
The Miami F1 in Texas, right? And bro, you know how much the fucking tickets are for F1 race? They're like
yeah,
$500 for your freaking just regular seat way back in the back, right?
yeah,
That's why I
no,
haven't been because I don't want to spend $500 on one freaking ticket, right? Like,
no,
nah.
yeah, that's true.
Especially when I just turn on the TV or after the race, go to YouTube and watch a 12-minute video of the whole race weekend recap, pretty much, right?
No, I don't really like F1. I find it a bit boring. To be
It
fair,
is,
there's not a lot of fighting and that kind of stuff going on. It's just, I mean, it's just doing laps. I'd rather watch NASCAR or something than you see just proper fighting on the track instead of just doing laps.
bro. I haven't watched a NASCAR race and shit. I can't even remember, bro. I'm just not a NASCAR fan. I just
Oh, I
don't
love
watch
it.
it, man. I know a lot of my friends over there love it. They're like, dude, NASCAR's a shit. And I see, but this is my big thing. I'm just not a big fan of oval racing, like just oval track racing,
Yeah,
right?
I can
It's
see that.
like,
Yeah,
it just don't interest me. I mean, is it cool? Like going there in real life, bro? It's fucking awesome to see that shit in real life, especially when you get to stand down there and they're coming by you at Mach Jesus, and it's just freaking the feeling and the rush. And yeah, now that I'll do, but watching it on TV, nah, bro. I don't even watch football, basketball,
No.
the Super Bowl. Like for the Super Bowl, I go up and to
Oh
my
yeah,
buddies,
NFL.
right? Yeah, in the
Yeah.
NFL, right? I don't even watch that. I will watch the Super Bowl, but even then, I just go for the party and the wings and all that shit, right? Hanging out with my friends. I don't barely pay attention to the TV. Now soccer, now I mean, you had this conversation. Yeah, I'll watch the shit out of some soccer. Um, but yeah, man, I've always wanted to. I seen the F1 car. They had one on display at in Texas one year, and I was just like, holy shit, this thing is freaking phenomenal. Because when you see
Yeah.
them on TV and you see them in real life, it's two different things. Um,
Yeah. True.
how wide the tires are and how long it is, and why it's just, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's just
It's
nuts,
like a
man.
spaceship.
Bro, dude, in the steering wheel, I'm like, well, what's going? I wouldn't even know where to begin. It's like MotoGP. You get on a MotoGP bike and
Yeah.
there's, bro, all these switches and buttons and all this bullshit going on. It's like, what are we doing here?
It's confusing.
And it shouldn't be confusing for somebody like you, legends as yourself, when you're getting on a bike trying to concentrate on going fast. You shouldn't have to worry about, changing mapping and engine braking and all that crap. And I get it. That's part of the technology, but that also takes a little focus away from you until you start learning just to do it on the fly without looking at it, right?
Yeah.
But that all comes with muscle memory, just doing it repetitively. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. And listen, y'all's last race, bro, in BSB was one of the to me the best race of 2024,
Yeah.
hands
Well.
down.
Yeah. No. I didn't race, but I was there live. I watched it. It was absolutely mental over there. Like the battles, like it's fucking brutal on that. Like just riding into each other in the middle of the straight and just cutting each other off and like proper fucking men fighting on them bikes, and it's really good to watch.
It's dude, the emotions and how close everybody is. Even in your class, because your last round was
It was Donington Park.
okay, Don. I was gonna say Branch
Yeah.
Hats off the top of my head, but Donington, yeah, and Donington, man, that's a proper legend of a track too, right?
Yeah.
My favorite part of Donington when I played on the PlayStation is, man, actually, there's really no parts I don't like, but my favorite section of the track is uh front straight, you go turn one right, turn two right, and you start coming down for that fast
Left.
sweeper.
Yeah.
Yes, left and then right again. Then it goes straight left and it goes left and it goes that hard right. That hard right coming up a hill reminds me of Magello. That that
Yeah.
that that specific turn. Um, that's my favorite section of that whole Donington track. I would love to come over there and go to Donington and see one
Yeah.
actual live. So
Yeah. My favorite bit is it's the chicane where we're going in fourth gear into the chicane, and then you just sweep it in, let it roll like with loads of corner speed, and then once you hit the curb, you just full pin it, and then just the movement and everything. It's just having fun on a bike, just playing around a bit with it. It's like so fast. It's so
it
fast. It's
It,
so
dude,
nice.
it is because you're right. Coming down that back straight, you get that yes, dude, and it comes up, and then you go left, and you're back down the straight again.
Yeah.
It's a proper track. It's one of them old school tracks.
Yeah.
That I guess as you hear people talk about, our bikes have not outgrown yet, right? And Floris, I tell everybody this, like, dude, we don't need 250 horsepower motorcycles. Why does
No.
people ask me that all the time? Because all the race teams, they tone down the horsepower and the torque of the bike to go faster, right? So we don't
Yeah.
need 250 horsepower. I'd love it to see back down to like 170, 180. I think that's all we need.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably gonna replace the superbike for super sport in the future. So I'm interested to see what's that gonna be, because you got the R9 now, the V2, you got the MV Augustas. I don't know. I've probably Kawasaki's gonna come up with some bike. Like you see all those new bikes that has 8 or 700 cc bikes. tune it down to do it in super sport. That will be the future for us.
I think that's going to be the future everywhere in racing. I don't think
Yeah,
Superbike's going to be the premium class just because it's so fucking expensive, right? Where,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, the 600s are expensive too, but not the price tag of Superbikes. And the way the market is going, man, yeah, with the new R9 coming out, is that going to replace the R6? That's a question everybody's been asking, right? I mean, I would
yeah.
assume so. I mean, that's just my assumption. Why are
I
you going to
mean,
come out with two middleweight bikes?
there's no R6 in the World Supersport anymore. It's only the R9s. That's going to be the same for Supersport and the BSB. I've seen, I think it was Blake Davis and the other guy. What's his name again?
Matty Skoltz, baby. Let's
He's
go.
called.
Yes.
They both on the R9 in Moto America.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, dude. And then Bobby Fong finally got a
yeah.
full factory ride
Oh,
with the
hell yeah.
Yamaha, which congratulations, Mr. Fong. You absolutely deserve it. Yeah, dude, next season of Moto America is gonna be absolutely, dude. Blake Davis is a good friend of mine. His dad is absolutely awesome. You gotta stay tuned, by the way. Dude, they literally live 45 minutes from me. So
Yeah,
they're in my hometown and they're absolute legends. You know, it's going to be a big year. I'd have loved to see Matty Skoltz back up in superbike class, but I'm actually glad he's staying in the 600s. Right, he brought that
yeah, true.
different charisma and the different energy. Right, especially first year coming from superbikes riding. Dude, imagine riding a superbike for 8 years and then jumping on a 600.
Yeah. We've got the same with in World Superbikes now. Michael Rinaldi's back in World Supersport instead of World Superbike. So you got a few World Superbike rides back in World Supersport. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see again, to see how they will do next season.
It is. And Rinaldi, you're right. Who did he sign for?
GMT 94,
That's right.
French
Yamaha.
Supersport team. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And they'll
he's
be
on
on
the
the new
R9.
R9s. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I've seen a lot of pictures of the R9s being prepped when they first got here. Of course, my friends out here making already aftermarket parts and all that stuff for it, right? I can't wait to see one in real life. I think they're going to be, yeah, obviously a proper weapon.
yeah,
I would love to see the cost come down a little bit in super sport, right? I mean, it's so hard to judge right now. Back when they started allowing all these other bikes in BSB and 600 Super Sport, Moto America, World Superbike, yada
yeah,
yada yada. I think if I was going to personally buy a bike back then when it first started, it'd be the GSXR 750 hands down because it's a 750. Yeah, it does cost $10,000 for the ride by throttle bodies and all that shit that goes along with it, right? But you don't touch the motor the whole year. You change the oil in it, and that's it. So you do a little upfront cost, and boom, that's it, right? Same thing with the Ducati, but it's a little bit more expensive to buy the 959 versus the GSXR 750 because let's just be honest, they hadn't revised that bike since
no,
fuck, dude. Same thing with the ZX6R, bro. They haven't fucking changed that thing since what 2011,
no. That's
I
been the
think,
same bike for a
or
year.
oh 08. It's been the same freaking bike. All they did is a little bit of upgrades here and there. Everything pretty much is interchangeable.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the future is
but
definitely the 600
yeah.
class, 100%.
I think if you want to get the cost down again, like it used to be, they should bring back the stock six and the stock thousand classes again because you go in into a championship with a stock bike, which makes it less expensive than a full spec super sport bike or full spec super bike.
I got a question for you, bro, and I've been thinking about this a lot, man. Is what do you think we need to grow our sport with what we got already?
Um, well, we need, I think, every championship all over the world, whatever it is, they all need more attention on the TV. I don't really know how much more we can help um, besides putting people on the TV. No matter where you stand into a championship or where you're in the championship, everyone needs the same attention. to make people grow. I think that would be the main thing I would do.
Oh, 100%. I feel like you're right? It's I feel like our dude, we got Luca Allen in the house. Luca May, what is up, boy? Says Floppy. I
That's
love
good,
it, dude.
Luca.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear what Luca's doing in 2025. And it was an honor to actually hang out with Luca at Mid Ohio. It's something that I'll
Yeah.
never forget. It was absolutely amazing. I wish we could have spent more time together, but he was super busy that weekend trying to make stuff happen, and just being in America around the racetrack in Moto America, right? It was a lot to take in, I'm sure. But yeah, man. He says big ups, ha 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 ha. Absolutely, mate.
Big up.
Absolutely. I love it, man. I love it. Great lad with Carl Knights. What is up, Carl? My man. He says great lad with Top Dad as well. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, Carl, hit me up, bro. I've been trying to get you on this podcast, mate. Let's make this happen. Lucas says 2025 is hush at the moment. She gonna be big though. Listen, mate, I already know she is. Facts. I already know. Everybody can't wait. But going back to what me and you was talking about, man, I feel like in order for our sport to grow, man, we got to get back to our grassroots of racing cheaper, whatever
Yeah,
that is,
100%.
right? Bring as far as Moto America, I feel like bring Tire Wars back into it. Don't just have a one sole supplier of tire. I get it. I get the benefits of having a one sole tire manufacturer. Nobody can say, oh, well, he ran on Dunlops, therefore that tire is better for this track. So what? You still got to ride in the same conditions, right? Whether you're on Bridgestones, Pirellis, Dunlops, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like if you brought different manufacturers of tires in it, now it's a competition between the tires. So therefore the prices are going to drop, right? And now
Yeah.
the technologies, they're going to shift the technology as far as tires go, right? If we had those tire wars. And we need to have a, like you said, a spec class in all categories where basically the only thing you can do is show up and have your clip-ons, your rear sets, your brake lines, of course your brake pads, right? Other than that, leave it bone fucking stock, bro. Like
Yeah.
let the talent shine. Let
I mean, that's
let
what we had this year. I mean, that's pretty much what the super team class is. It's just it's a ZX4 with just, I mean, the street lights and all that kind of stuff is off it, but you still got the stock dashboard in it. Well, I mean, you got off the brand clip-ons on it, but from one supplier, and just fairings and a different exhaust and different tires, and that's it.
I
It's
know,
pretty
but
much a full stock bike.
it, but dude, it's so expensive, right? They need to
Yeah,
cut that down, bro, for real. Like, and I understand the insurance has gone up at the racetrack, so the organizers got to charge more. Yada, dude, we're in the sport. We know the routine. We know the changes being made, but dude, there's got to be some type of way to where we can make it more cost effective. Where legends such as yourself and dude Luca and Jake and Carl and everybody, all my friends racing around the world, where their average moms and dads can get into it, that where the combined income of, let's say, 60 to 100 grand a year for both parents, and they can take Floris racing, right?
yeah,
we can come up with, listen, I see it as if we have the WCR series in World Superbike where the women pay whatever it was, 25 grand, whatever, right? And boom, that's it. That's all you pay. And you show up and you race, right? Yeah, they're probably got to pay for their airline tickets, but dude, I'd rather do that than spend $4,000 a weekend in tires. I mean, let's just be
yeah,
honest, right? So if they can do that in World Superbike and our BTR program, which is the Build Train Race Royal Enfield, which is all females, which dude, I'm a huge fan of females being in our sport. Why can't we implement something like that for our lower categories, even super sport,
yeah,
to bring more people in, right? And then another thing, and you had just touched on it, and you're so right, bro. We need to be more televised. We need to have commercials, right? And what I mean by that, not only show Tommy Birdwell and Glenn Irvin and all that, but show Floris and show Carl Knights and show Keogh Walker and show Jake Marsh, right? Give them the opportunity to get some airtime, some TV time. So now
yeah,
sponsorships will be like, hey, instead of the top guys, Jay Gagne, say I need $50,000 or whatever it is, you'd be like, dude, I'm asking for $2,500 to help out, right? They're more inclined to do that versus because they already know you're already going to get TV time, right?
Yeah.
So their brand's going to be televised, they're all that. So there's many ways for our sport to grow with what we got. But first and foremost, man, a lot of people got to realize and keep in the back of their mind that Moto America, BSB, World Superbike, it's a business. First and
Yeah, it
foremost,
is.
they're there to make money. If they're not making money, guess what? We're not going racing, right? So it's important to come together. I would love to see some type of union between riders and the main race organizations and teams to where they can. I'm sure there's probably some structure that to where everybody talks, man. Just like, look, it's just so expensive, right? How can we make our sport cheaper? How can we bring
Yeah.
the cost down of our insurance at the track and people that own local tracks like Cadwell's, a local owned track, right? The government don't own it. So we got tracks like that out here too. Speaking of which, one thing I did want to ask you and everybody watching this now, what did you guys think about oh my God, Shaky Byrne and the whole suing and the whole outcome of that? Do you think it's going to hurt the sport or
Oh,
give a
I
bad
don't
name
even know
to it?
about
Or
I haven't even heard anything about that.
yeah, well, he sued. I forget what track it was because that was the wreck he got on with career-ending injury where he broke his neck. So he went after them and sued them and
Oh,
won in court.
you mean the Spanish guy?
No, Shaky Byrne.
Oh, well, I there was also a Spanish guy who was riding in Junior GP on the Moto 2, and he's also paralyzed, and he's also suing FIM.
Oh, you talking about Carlos Tata?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if I was Carlos, then I would have done the same because he didn't get the help and the financial help from FIM. So I mean, it's fair enough. I would have done the same if I was in his position.
Yeah, this right here, man, is a whole nother topic. I believe that if I get it from both ends, yes, we as riders and racers, when we come to the track, we know the risks. We
Yeah,
accept those risks, just like people that race at the TT and the McCown. Yeah, any form of road racing, I don't give a shit what it is. We take the risk. We're with it, right? But at the same time, when incidents like this happens, and let's just be honest, it don't happen very much. At least that's
no,
not talked about that we know about, right? The organizations, excuse me, they need to absolutely take care of their own, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And help them out. But again, that's something else that needs to be talked about too. But then the insurance might go up. But you know what? That's why we got insurance for it to begin
yeah,
with, is to help with all that stuff, you know? Um, and sometimes there's just freak accidents that's unexplained or unavoidable that happens on the track. Hence, my man Marco Simoncelli, right? That
yeah,
was a freak accident. It was not intentional, right? But what do you do? It is what it is, and I hate to
yeah.
say
You
it like
can't
that, but
change
let's
that.
just it. Listen, Floris, I'm a big believer in you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with everybody else, right? And people,
Yeah,
they have their own views and opinions, but again, that's part. If me and you are professional skydivers and we want to get into skydiving, we already know the risks it's going to take when we go, right?
I
Um,
mean, you always go to a race weekend knowing that there's always a risk that you can die because you're you're so vulnerable on a bike, and you will always take that risk with you no matter when or where.
you do, right? But it's a risk that we're willing to take, and
Exactly.
it don't matter. That don't matter because
No.
if you or Tommy or dude, whoever it is in the world showed up to a race weekend and they thought about that, would they really push? Would they really race? Like, no,
No.
absolutely not, right? So
I mean,
the
if you're scared to die, then you can rather go back to track day riding than racing.
Bro, if you're scared of die, just stay in the house, live in a box, right? Because it's
Yeah,
inevitable. We're all going to do it at some point in time. So why not do what you love and be happy, man? Because if you're not happy,
yeah,
what's the point? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
So, and earlier, dude, you was talking about, dude, what did you just get a brand new PS5?
Yeah, I did.
I love
Finally.
it. Dude, I'm gonna have to give you my gamer tag, man. I don't know if I sent it to you, but I'll message it to you and we'll have to get on and play some Ride
100%.
5.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm going in league racing now on Ride 5 with
Are you
Jake.
really?
Yeah, that's gonna be funny as fuck.
You and Marsh are doing it?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Bro, listen, everybody, I got a PS5. I love to play Ride 5. Do I suck? Yeah, I'm not the greatest, but I freaking love it. What
I
is
have
up?
something for all of you to meet. Stay here. Hold on.
Yeah, so as I was telling you guys, we got a new puppy, right? Her name is Princess Fiona. It was a surprise to Rossi because many of you guys know that we had to put one of our dogs down. He was only 6 years old. Cruz, man, god damn, I miss him so fucking much. Because he was massive diabetic and had kidney and liver failure, man. So we had to put him down at 6 years old. That was about 9 months ago. And Rossi kept talking about he's ready for a dog. So yeah, I waited for a little while and yeah, made it happen. Totally surprised them. I had her in the bathroom yesterday when I brought him home. But this is her. Her name is Fiona. Say
That's a
hi.
cute dog.
Yes. Say I'm a pit bull mix.
She just woke up. She's a lab mix.
Man, she smells just like a baby. Dude, she's 12 weeks old. She's got big paws. She's gonna be
Look, she just woke up from her nap. And here's my little cousin Jameson here. Look, there's my say hi, Jameson.
Jameson's camera shy. Look at him. He camera shy already. Come on, Jameson. That's hilarious.
That's my little cousin.
You know, and they're here visiting. They come to see the puppy. So
Yeah, I love the dog. It's cute.
Come here.
be careful with her. You got her?
Yeah.
All right, Bubble Girl. Let's see you.
Who's that?
Yeah. Just I don't care. Leave it open, close it. It don't matter. And then of course, dude. So I got Charlie, right? She's my 13-year-old pit bull, and she is absolutely pissed off at me, bro. Good God Almighty, dude. She's so mad. She ain't even ate. She barely eat her food or anything, and she just walks and she just stares at me like, "You motherfucker, you."
Yeah.
Right? Like, what are you doing, man? What are you thinking? So, but
Yeah.
and then my two cats, they're of course, when you introduce animals to other animals, you've had it.
Yeah.
It takes anyway, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm glad we have him. Rossi's been super excited. So let's freaking go on that, right?
It's always good.
It is, man. They too, man. They're the greatest things ever. I believe that if everybody had a dog in their life, they would be a much happier human being, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So training next year, do you have a game plan coming up as far as the tracks you're gonna hit or an eyeball on a particular bike you're gonna buy or
Not really, no. Well, it's probably gonna be a 600, but I want to keep training in the UK. Hit most of the tracks that we ride in BSB, to keep the feeling,
Yeah.
and not to change to any European tracks. Because to be fair, a track day in the UK is probably 3 or 4 times cheaper than racing over here. If I want to do a track day on TTS, and it will cost me maybe €1,000 for a whole day, and
Holy shit.
including traveling, tires, and fuel. And then the track day is about maybe €400 or €500. It's so fucking expensive over here. And then when you go to to the UK, a track day is maybe about £200. You get a bit of fuel, a bit of tire, then traveling. All right, it's maybe a bit more, but for me, it's worth more than training over here.
Oh, and dude, all the BSB tracks are freaking legendary, right?
Yeah.
Dude, we have another legend in the house. Harry Cook, mate. What is up, brother, man? Dude, he's watching right now. He ain't left a comment yet, But what's up, Harry? Dude, we got to schedule our part 2. I know we've been talking about it for a while. Yeah, again, I really want our sport to grow. I really want it to be cheaper. And I've said this a million times. You know how many Valentino Rossi's and McDoings and all this we've lost to the sport because of money, right? Because of financial. It's just it is what it is, but we want to see it thrive and grow and be cheaper, right? He says, "Hey guys, what is up, mate? Harry, bro,
What's up, Harry?
Yeah, dude, Harry. So listen, Floris just got a PS5. I got one. Jake's got one, bro. We need to get on there. My gamer. Listen, hold up. I wonder if I can post. I can. Watch this. This is my gamer tag on. This is my gamer tag on PlayStation. Let it take a second. What's it doing? Here we go. Boom. This is my gamer tag. Simco 465869.
I'm gonna add you for the PS4 through the PlayStation.
Yep. You guys add me. All my mates add me. We will freaking get it in 110%. But you guys gotta wait till my cast is off. I can't go. It's super thick right here. I can't. My thumb don't quite reach the joystick, right? So I'm like, I can't.
What did you do?
I snapped my TFCC tendon in my right wrist, and then I need surgery. Well, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to have surgery on my left wrist too. I'm supposed to be wearing this brace right now. I already had surgery once on my left wrist for the same thing. I snapped my TFCC tendon, had surgery, it never recovered. That was right when COVID kicked off, so it's an elective surgery. So they just kind of like pushed me back under the rug. And then when I did it in this hand, I was like, hey, will you guys take a look at my left wrist too as well? And MRIs and all this shit. I'm actually waiting on them to call me back to see what they want to do. So they put me in a cast for 3 weeks on this one. I went back. It still feels the same. So they put me in a cast again for another 3 weeks. I go back January 7th. And honestly, it aches and throbs just like it did since I did it. So Harry, how's your arm, mate? Definitely PS5 time. Absolutely. It's basically the same. I just deal with it, right? Once you deal with pain for so long, it's your pain threshold kind of goes up, right? And then once it really throbs, then you really, really notice it. You're like, oh shit. Or it keeps me up at night sometimes, but whatever. It is what it is. It will be fixed. So that's the main thing. I don't care. I just want it fixed because Rossi, when we got Rossi's dirt bike, we brought it home, right? Of course, I'm gonna ride it. He said, you can't ride with the cast on. I said, watch this, bro. Now I ride, of course, I can't fully, but I can roll, right? I can roll it on and roll it off, so I'm fine with that. So yeah, man. Again, we'll get there. So,
always.
Yeah, man. Absolutely always. So what's your plans for the rest of the weekend, homie?
Chilling, man. I've got holiday now, so for the next 2 weeks, so we can just chill a bit. But we still need to work, so we're gonna train in the gym, work my ass off there.
Do you have a job, a daytime job or something? No,
I'm going to college now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So in my last year, and then probably gonna keep studying, and hopefully in a different country.
What are you doing in college, bro?
I'm doing marketing now. I mean, yeah, marketing, but I'm in a special college. It's for athletes, so I'm only in class with like professional footballers. I think there's a guy who rides dirt bikes, hockey, basketball, running, bicycles. Just like everyone is on pro level, and it's really good that they got this here because they give us our free time to train or to go away from college to go to a race weekend or to a weekend that you need to be there without any trouble. So it's just another opportunity that I got, and it's really good.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I don't know if we have anything like that here in America. to be
I mean,
honest
it's a
with you.
bit like I think it works a bit the same like a scholarship. You can like them basketball or NFL players, they get like the opportunity and time to train and do that kind of stuff. It works like the same, but you don't get money, but you get free time and stuff.
I mean, that's, I love to hear. And that's another thing about, road racing, right? A lot of people have jobs, daytime jobs, you got to find that right job that's going to allow you to, I mean, let's just be honest, during the race season, you miss a lot of time at work, because of the
Yeah,
travel and the race weekend and traveling back and yada, yada, yada. I think it's absolutely proper mega that there's jobs out there that will work with Floris. Floris got a full-time job. Let's say you got a full-time job, but you're like,
yeah,
hey, this is my race schedule for 2025. This is the times off that I need. And they're like, yeah, mate, no problem. It makes it a lot easier on you mentally too, as well.
yeah, 100%.
Because then you ain't got to worry about not having a job when you come back, right? Like,
No,
and everybody needs a job. You know what I'm saying? So,
always. Everyone needs it.
yeah, man, it does. It does. It does. Well, listen, bro, dude, this has been a lot of fun. We're almost an hour into this. It's always a great conversation. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we end this podcast?
No, not really. I think. Um. Oh,
We need to get you a club, bro. We've been talking about that, bro.
we need to do that,
bro. Let's make it freaking happen, bro. Because that also helps you, right? Earn some money to buy your bike and do all these, club racing level events. And so, yeah, let's do that. Let's get you a club going, Floris 96 Club or whatever it is you want to call it. And yeah, let's make it happen, Floris. It'll. You already know I'll sign up for sure. I sign up with Marsh every year. Yeah, and Harry, dude, obviously you got a club, Luca, dude. You guys just give me the details. I'll absolutely donate, and because I love helping my friends out. To me, it's everything, and I'd rather help you guys and buy a hat and a shirt from you than I would freaking Pedro Acosta or somebody that's already made it, making millions of dollars. They don't need it. They don't need help. They got the sponsorship. They got people throwing money at them for sponsorships. Hey, we'll sponsor you. We'll give you this, right? So, yeah, man. Yeah. Let's freaking go. But I got to work Monday and then I'm off. I work Monday, then I'm off the rest of next week besides Monday. And then the following week, I got to go back Thursday and Friday. And normally I don't. Yeah. Normally I don't work Fridays. I only work 4/10, so I work Monday through Thursday. I have every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, which I freaking love because my wife's at work, Rossi's at school. On Friday, I can do whatever I want. I can sit down and play the PlayStation for a little while. I can do get on my bike and go ride, not have to worry about time schedules or any of that stuff, right? So sit down and do a podcast earlier in the day instead of later on at night. So yeah. Absolutely. Listen, everyone, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. It's always an honor to sit down with the legend Floris. Listen, you guys go. Everybody needs all the help they can get. If anybody's interested in helping Floris out, please hit us up. Hit Floris up. He's going to leave all the info here in a minute to where you guys can find him on social media and all that good stuff. Listen, we need it. Please donate. Please help, okay? But before we get off here, thank you so much, Next Level Financial, for all your love and support this year. BisonTrack.com. It's an absolute honor to be an ambassador for you guys 2 years in a row. Chef Eats, my man, dude. Best meals out there. Flying Eyes Optics. Thank you guys so much. SFL Mini GP in Jersey and in South Florida. You guys are absolutely amazing. The best program we have here in America for all our future stars coming out. Big shout out to R&D Racing. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Jake Marsh, this is going to be our second year supporting each other together. And man, I wouldn't change anything for the world. Big shout out to Vet 2 Track for all my veterans out there. 64 Degree Racing for your undersuits. Ghetto Customs for your custom body work, right? my man Martin at the Clothing Kings. You guys can go to clothingkings.co.uk and get all your Pendergast merch. So big shout out to them. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. BSB Barmy Army, Sports Bike Track Gear, man. Anybody in the market looking to here in America or overseas looking to, buy clip-ons and rear sets and all that good stuff. Road Racing World Fund. It's very important for everybody to go to roadracingworld.com, go to Road Racing World Fund, donate to our air fences. We need the air fences 110%, right? Whether it's $5, $10, whatever it is, please go and donate to the air fences out there in Road Racing World Fund. It keeps all our legends and our friends safe on the racetrack. Big shout out to Carnes Performance in Pennsylvania. If anybody's in Pennsylvania looking for a motorcycle, dirt bike, ATV, quad, performance work, whatever it is, look no further than Carnes Performance. If you're in North Carolina, RTR Racing, ready to race. And if you're here in Virginia, freaking Coleman Power Sports. Let's freaking go. Big shout out to KYT Helmets. Big shout out to all my friends at K-Tech. If you're not racing on K-Tech suspension, what you doing? So big shout out to Dakari and Birch and Kendall and all you guys. Listen, enough of me flapping my gums. I appreciate every one of you guys. Floris. All right, here we go. Floris, just put it up. Mate, Harry, have a Merry Christmas to you too, my man. Absolutely. This is Floris's social media, everybody. I'll put it down in the link when I post this out on social media, and this episode will be out on iHeart and all that good stuff. Dude, I'm this close to being on Apple, so that's another good news. I've been accepted. I got the check mark on Podbean, so I'm waiting to see how long it's going to take for it to actually upload to Apple. But again, I still might need a new computer, because when I went to Apple Podcasts, it says it requires a 17 iOS update, which this is only a 15 iOS. So I've been trying to force updates, but again, everybody knows the technology, you can only, once it's out of date, it's not going to do any more recent updates. So so listen, I need everyone to go to Floris Schipper. I know I always mess up the last name, I'm sorry, mate. 96 on all social medias. If anybody's interested in donating, listen, every bit helps. $10, $20, $100, whatever it is. You guys stay tuned. We're going to get a club going for him, so have some slots available so you guys can donate and get a signed knee pucker or whatever it is, poster, whatever. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to have Floris on many times. We're going to go ahead and end this and schedule our first one of 2025. I hope every single one of you have a Merry Christmas. Stay tuned. I do have a podcast tomorrow too as well. We're getting close to the end of the year. It's been an absolutely amazing year for me and all my friends racing. And I just want to say nothing but love to all you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. And we will see you real soon. Floris, is there anything you want to say before I end this podcast?
No, just thank you for having me on air again. I appreciate it.
Listen, the honor's all mine. We'll do many more together, and you guys stay tuned. Listen, if you got a PS5, this is my gamer tag. Right, I'll post it up in the link too as well. You guys hit me up, send me an invite. We'll get on there and play. It's going to have to be after I get this off. But if you go ahead and send it, I'll go ahead and add you as friends and all that good stuff. So, and if you missed this episode, you can immediately go back to my YouTube channel, my Facebook, and rewatch this. And if you can wait, it'll be out on Spotify and everywhere on all that good stuff tomorrow. So you guys can throw in your earbuds or while you're vacuuming or doing laundry or whatever. And listen to Pendergast podcast. Let's freaking go, people. I love every single one of you guys. And we'll see you soon. All right, let me end this. Play outro and end.